You know, I mean, we saw, we go through all parts. You just go through a casting process, and the basic thing is we were looking at this part, and our casting office. I don't know if you know, right outside the casting office is a big poster for the Freddy show.
Yeah.
I saw it, and it's like every day I walk by the Freddy poster, and and there's Brian, with Fred Chris Jr. And I don't think I ever really registered it. And then Brian came in and auditioned for the part, and just knocked it out of the park. And I was like, oh shit, I'm going to cast Brian Austin Green in this part. And
we all said the same.
Like it's going to be, but I was like, he's going to be my Scott Foley on the unit, and.
This is the humor we were talking about.
This is why the show's so serious. And I don't think it was until like you walked out and I was like, yeah, we're gonna do that. I walked out and I saw your picture on the poster. I'm like, oh, he was in that? Oh, wow. Like it was like everything like, I'm gonna cast him. And but it's one of those things where I think that obviously his reputation for all the good and other baggage that it brings. It's not even bad, it's just that all the baggage that it brings with it is something that, to me, that was like, I came downstairs and said, we're casting Brian Green. Everyone, all the writers were like, really? I said, here's the audition, let me show you the audition. We had everything on DVD, and it was like, everyone went, oh, right. Like, it was like, to me, the minute you saw him actually do the role, and you talked about it, it was like, no one now says, oh, it's Brian Austin Green. It says, oh, it's Derek, and that's cool. And I think that's, a testament to how good he is on it,
the terrible thing about that actors go through in Hollywood is there's really, in many cases, there is not much acting required, because as a person looking to cast somebody in a role, you can sit there for days and weeks and months until the one person walks in that sort of nails it. And the auditioning process, I'm sure you've all been through it, where you've gone in and you had a take on a character and it hasn't been the right take, and you obviously could have done that job, but you didn't get that job. And in his case, that's exactly what happened. We saw this guy, we knew who he was, we had certain expectations, and he completely sort of confounded our expectations in terms of the way he chose to play this character, which was exactly as we were kind of envisioning how it would be. There's kind of a minimalism aspect to it, which I think is really powerful.
I'm curious though, for years working with Shannon Doherty, does that prepare you to work with the Terminator? I kid.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Maybe looking for
Where are you bailed next season? Some of that comedy?
One thing we were talking about mythology. This certainly comes steeped in it when you show up. Is that every step of the way? I mean, for you guys writing it, but then also you guys, acting in it. There's so much that precedes it, and I think there's a movie like a Terminator 4 coming, I think, too. Like, is there a word has it? Actually, asked that.
I didn't know about that.
There's a Terminator 4.
Yeah. With me in it, of course. And Summer and Lena.
Mick G's directing it.
Kill me now.
Any news you need. Does this make it harder for you guys? Easier for you guys? I mean, maybe first, in terms of acting and in terms of writing, because there's all these other, Terminator threads out there.
I've been on strike for 4 months, so I really am not too up on what's going on. No, honestly, I don't think we give it a second thought, really. I mean, I don't.
It's we've been said before. I mean, I think that it's the cool thing about the mythos is we really kind of take the no favor what you make seriously, and I think in this particular case, there's no favor what you make on TV, and there's no favor what you make in a feature film, and never the twain shall meet. And I wouldn't want to be constricted by what they do, and I'm sure they wouldn't want to be constricted by what we do. And for me, I think if you're a Terminator fan, hopefully you're happy that there's more stuff to watch. And I know that a lot of people try to take the canon and try to make it into one very strict, specific through line, and you guys are going to break your heads open trying to do that. It's impossible. It's impossible to do it just almost taking the first movie by itself. It would be crazy.